thing that's going to help you get through a lot of life's changes, a lot of the difficult changes of life. And once you understand it, it's going to make things so much easier. So what was your first job? I hope somebody will leave me some comments on there and tell me what your first job was. My first job, I worked at Little Caesars Pizza. I will never eat at Little Caesars in my life because I used to work there. And Damien was a salad boy at Jonesy's Steakhouse here in Napa. So I'm dying to know what yours are, and I hope you're leaving me comments. I can't see them right now because I got the phone turned around, but I can't wait to read them. But anyway, so the other question I have for you is, how many jobs have you had in your life? So for me, I didn't count them before, but Little Caesars, and then I worked at Pacton Oil Company, and then I moved to California, and then I worked at River City, and I worked at a computer place, and then I worked at the bank for like a very short time because apparently I can't add or subtract. And then I worked at the Bible House, and then that was here. And then I worked at Claim Jumpers. Remember that restaurant? Have you ever been there? Then I was a substitute teacher. Then I was a kindergarten teacher. Then I was a K through 12 teacher. And that's 10 at least. Anyway, there's some more in there. I've got a few more jobs in there. But on average, the average person is going to work 11.4 jobs. I don't know how you work a 0.4 job, but really like 11 jobs throughout our lifetimes. Like when you went to college, did you think you were going to do something? I changed my major 7 times, you guys. I mean, really, we don't know what's coming in. And so sometimes it can be really tricky because we feel like we can get so attached into our profession and our identity and our assignment and all of those things that they all get rolled up into one. And then what happens if you lose your job? Or what happens if you had this new opportunity and it doesn't look like what you had in the past? That's why we need to be able to understand P.A.I. So P.A.I. is P-A.I. P.A.I. is your purpose, your assignment, and your identity. And although we often think of these as the same, they're actually very separate components of your life, and they're going to make a big difference if you understand these 3 concepts. You're going to be able to make a really fluid transition, still maintaining who you are and what you're on the planet for, and being able to accept that there are assignments and seasons. So let's start with purpose. Your purpose is basically, what is it that you are designed to do? What is your strength? That it's something that comes easy to you that is hard for other people. Maybe your strength is working out, like these athletes that do these Spartan things and CrossFit things. Maybe your purpose is you are a caregiver, like you love to care for people, and you know, maybe your profession is a nurse, maybe your profession is cleaning homes, maybe your profession is all of these kind of different things that still encompass the purpose of giving care. One of my purposes is to encourage, but that looks like a lot of different things. So you guys have a purpose. Mercy, showing mercy could be a purpose, showing kindness, making finances, well, like being able, that ability, some people have the ability to make money easily, and they are very generous with it and able to do amazing things with it. I mean, there's so many purposes that could be happening in your life. So your purpose is the thing that you were put on the earth to do. It doesn't change, well, it does change over time, but it's a main theme. It doesn't change as much as your assignment. Your assignment, that's next, that is what you're doing right now. So if you're a caregiver and your assignment in one season is to take care of hospice patients, but the next season you're a daycare worker or whatever, you still have the same purpose, but your assignment has changed. Or you're a teacher and you got laid off and you have a different job coming up. Your assignment changes. And I was thinking about my life last night, and if you go back to when I was in my late teens, back then I taught exercise. So I taught all kinds of classes. I worked for 3 gyms and I taught exercise and had a blast doing it. And then my next job was substitute teaching. I taught subs. I had fun doing it. My next job was teaching kindergarten, and that was a blast. The next job was teaching kindergarten through 12th grade, and I was the Title I director for our school. So emphasizing on those who were struggling in reading and math. And so the next thing that I did in my next assignment was homeschooling. So you can see through all of those things, there's been a thread where, although I was doing different things, teaching exercise, teaching kids, teaching people graduating from high school, or even teaching my own kids, there is still a thread of the purpose that I have being used in that assignment. And so your assignment is basically where you're doing right now, and that is going to change all the time. Like we said, the average person has 11.4 jobs over their lifetime. It's not like it was, 50 years ago where people worked for 45 years for one company now. And so your assignment will often change, and that can cause people to really come into struggling with finding out. Let's say you are a firefighter and you're a firefighter for 20 years, and all of a sudden something happens, you get injured, and you're not able to be a firefighter anymore. People lose their mind. I don't say lose their mind, because they're wondering, like, if I'm not a firefighter, who am I? But being a firefighter was your assignment. It was not your purpose, and it wasn't your identity. And that's the last thing. The identity that you have is the one thing that doesn't change throughout all the assignments. It doesn't change throughout all the different purposes in your life. Your identity is who you are. And it's really important to know who I am. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I'm a daughter of God. I am this, I am that, I'm a caretaker, I'm whatever it is that you are. I'm a daughter, I'm a friend, I'm an aunt, I'm a mother. That you have those things in your life that you are too. And those are the things that never change. You will always be a son, or you will always be a daughter. Even if your parent passes away, you still have that identity. And so that's the one thing that we need to go back to. So if you're in a circumstance where you've lost your assignment, you don't know where you're at, and you don't know your way, go back to your identity, who I am, and go back to your purpose. And think about those things. And especially if you're in a situation where you're like, oh man, we talked about last week on my interview with my dad, he was an executive at a family company that was set to inherit the company, and we lost everything, and he had to go and drive forklifts, right, for $12 an hour. Well, not that driving a forklift is a bad thing. There are hardworking forklift drivers out there, and you were doing a great job. But why were we able to survive that? Because our identity does not depend on our assignment. So if you're in a whirlwind and you're not sure what's going on, you're not sure what you're doing, look for your purpose and look for your identity in those things. I hope this helps you guys today. Thank you for letting me try out something new. I hope the video quality was better. And hey, this is just my public service announcement. You might notice this. I don't know, can you see it? I had to get that biopsy because I have too much sun. And so I just want to encourage you. I'm really now that that's working and going through that whole process, put sunscreen on today, guys. It's 100 and something outside today. I think 103 tomorrow, 105 on Sunday here. So just please wear sunscreen and take care of your skin. You only got one skin. All right, I love you all. May your minds be fierce and your heart strong and your spirit very kind today. And if you haven't checked out my website, go check it out, Life Builders by Julie Hamilton. It's super simple. I hope you'll like it. You'll find all kinds of videos listed by topic, and books and book reviews, and even daily encouragement. So that's it. Love you. Bye. All right, let me see if I can do this. Bye. Oops. Okay, hold on.